welcome to the channel. That was not English. It's Colin here, and I'm gonna share something that happened to me today that really pissed me off because, okay, well, you'll see why. But anyway, I'm just gonna jump right into it. Also, this is the Friday before Thanksgiving. Not really sure why that matters, but anyway, we're off all next week, and today, in environmental science, if you've seen my previous video, you already know all about this, and, today, our teacher decided to do a hunger banquet, and if you were not familiar with what that is, and I didn't know what it was before today either, but there are pretty much 3 groups, and one is like the privileged group, one is like the almost poverty group, and one is the poverty group. And the way we decided who was going to be, or the way our teacher decided who was going to be in each group was she handed out lanyards with a country on it. And whichever country you got determined which like thing you got into, which table you sat at, pretty much. And so I got Australia, which happened to be the privileged group, and there's only 2 other people in the privileged group, so I was 1 of 3, and I was really excited about it because it's like, what are the odds? Like, look, I think my teacher's coming in clutch. Like, I mean, like, she likes me, dog. Like, I'm not like kissing her ass or anything, but like, yeah, right. But anyway, I was really happy I got to that group because they had 2 croissant sandwiches, and they were both slightly different by like meat and cheese, and a big ass muffin. I posted a picture of it on my Instagram. And there was also a bowl of bananas and apples. There was a cup of apple cider, and then there were like a couple dips like along the table, and then like it had this nice tablecloth with like a vase of flowers on it. Like, yeah, it was fucking fancy. And then for the almost poverty table, there were like 5 people, and all they had was Cheerios, milk, a paper bowl, plastic silverware, and cups and orange juice, plastic cups and orange juice. And then for the poverty, they actually didn't have a table. They sat on the floor. And that was like most of our class. Like, I'm not really sure how big our like class is, but I would probably say it's 30 people. 8 people are seated at a table, almost poverty and privilege. The rest of the fucking class is on the floor because they got a poverty country, and all poverty had to eat was a cup of rice and coffee water. And I was really happy I got at the privilege table because that food looked good as fuck. Like, alright. And again, I posted a picture of it on Instagram because that muffin was fucking huge, and it was a blueberry muffin, by the way. Or I'm pretty sure it was. But anyway, so once we were all like seated and stuff like that, our teacher starts reading out like the script for the hunger banquet because like it comes with like a real script and stuff like that. And she was reading that out for about 20 minutes, and it included like stories from people from the almost poverty and poverty groups of the world. And she was just reading stories about that and stuff like that. And the whole time I was fucking eyeing the food. Like, it was, I could smell it. Like I could smell the bread. Like, yeah, like I was ready to like just get my fucking life, like, okay. And so anyway, right before our teacher announces that we can eat after a whole like spiel or whatever, she's like, of course you guys can share with your friends, like, it's okay, like, just ask, whatever, and have fun. And then like, she said we could eat, and so everybody comes swarming to our table, the privileged table. And really it's only the other 2 people that are there. Like everybody's like coming to ask food from that didn't really make sense, but nobody's really bothering me at this point. And I'm just like looking at my food, decide what I want to eat first, and also like everybody else, the other 2 people at the table were like giving away their food, and I felt awkward because like, I don't know, I just didn't want to be the one to eat first. Like, I'm not sure why, it made me uncomfortable, but I was just like, well, no, oh god, okay, I don't know. But anyway, so I was like, just looking at my food, like, and I was like pretty much like about to eat when this nigga, and I didn't even know what his name was, this whole fucking class period. I found out a little later. His name is Caden Cooper. And anyway, he came up right fucking next to me, like hovering fucking over me, like right here, being like, you gonna eat that sandwich? And, like, may I remind you that she said you could share with your friends. Like, you are not my friend. I don't know your fucking name. I have no idea I literally have no idea what your name is. And I was just like, no, sorry. He's still fucking standing there. And then, like, another nigga comes up. Well, I shouldn't call him a nigga, but, another dude comes up, and I'm pretty cool with him. Like, I guess, like, I mean, I'm not sure if I'd say we friends, but, he came up and asked for the same sandwich. And I was a bit nicer to him because, like, I know him, and I actually know what his fucking name is, and, I was just like, you know, like, maybe, like, let me eat it first, and he was cool about it, and he didn't bother me after that, really, and so, anyway, I am like, okay, so I'm gonna eat a bit of this sandwich, and there's like a sandwich on the left and the right. I went to the sandwich on the left, and I cut off a bit for myself to see if I liked it or not, because like I was looking at like the meat and stuff. Like, it's like I'm not really familiar with this stuff, like, so yeah, so I cut off a little bit of it, and like I think while I was cutting that piece for me, the same dude hovering over me, Caden, asked me for my muffin, and I was just like, no, and I could barely hear what this nigga was saying because he's like 6 feet tall, maybe like 6'1" or something like that, and I'm sitting down, you know, in a chair, and also it's loud as fuck because everybody's swarming our table anyway, and it's like, this nigga's not speaking up, and like I'm not looking up at him like the whole fucking time. Like, I'm looking at my fucking food, I'm looking down, like, so I can barely hear what this nigga's saying, and so like he'll like fucking mumble something all the way up here, and again, like I can barely fucking hear him, so like I'll like say like no or something. It's like did you say something? What the fuck? And so yeah, like while, like I'm pretty sure while I was cutting that piece of my sandwich, he asked for my muffin. I was like no, and he like grabbed the whole thing, like what the fuck. But anyway, I was like no, and then like he like took his hand off it and then just went back, and like he put his hand on like the wrapper outside of the muffin, by the way, not like the actual muffin. Not that that really fucking matters, but just thought I added that. But anyway, so I finished cutting off that little piece and start fucking eating it. It's really not even that big or nothing, but I probably take like 2 minutes eating that. While I'm eating it, he's still fucking standing here. Like, why do I feel your body heat? Like, why do I feel your fucking aura? Like, I'm not understanding what's going on here. And like whole fucking time, like why do I have an audience while I'm trying to eat this little sandwich? I know it can't be that entertaining. I know me taking the tiniest fucking bites out of the sandwich cannot be that entertaining. You can't even fucking see me because you're standing up. Like, fuck, like you're not even seeing the best part of the show. Like, what the fuck? But I know it can't be that entertaining. I know it cannot be, like. And so while I'm almost done eating my sandwich, this nigga reaches over my plate, and okay, like pretend like my face is the plate and he's standing right here. He reaches his hand over my fucking plate to grab my knife, and puts his hand back on that muffin and acts like he's like about to cut it. Like, I'm pretty sure he was about to, and I was just looking at him doing the whole fucking thing, like grabbing the knife and then putting it up to the muffin, and I just looked up at him. I was like, "What are you doing?" And I didn't say that like aggressively, but I was just kind of like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, I thought you said go ahead. I'm not sure why. I really can't speak, but he was like, okay. I thought you said go ahead. Like, that's what he said. And it's like, I don't even remember saying anything. Maybe I mumbled something to myself, like what the fuck or something, but like I know whatever, like even if I did say something during that time he was grabbing the fucking knife, reaching across my fucking plate, like it was not go ahead. I know it was not okay, like I know it was not something affirmative to what he was trying to do, but I was just kind of like, okay, I mean, low-key, I fucking cussed him out. I was literally like, okay, like, nigga, you roaching right now. Like, I haven't even eaten any of my fucking food yet. You just stand over me roaching. Like, go somewhere else. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, oh my God. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I said, but, I know I said he was roaching, and that's really the main fucking thing I wanted to say. Like, you roaching, leave me the fuck alone, period. And after I told him that, and I was still trying to play it off as, you know, like, being nice and stuff like that, because I'm really not, well, first off, I'm not used to talking in that class, period. And I'm definitely not used to talking to this nigga. Like, this is not one of the normal people I talk to in that class. Not that there's really a normal person I talk to in that class, but it's definitely not this nigga. Again, what's your fucking name? Like, can you fucking introduce yourself? Like, can you fucking introduce yourself to me first? Like, you're not even, like this nigga the whole time he was just fucking hovering over me. Like, he wasn't even trying to make me want to give it to him, like, anyway. Like, even if I didn't end up liking the muffin, like, even if I didn't end up liking that sandwich I was eating, like, you're not even making me want to fucking give it to you. And the fucking sandwich that I ate, that I took the little bite out of, I ended up giving it to the second person that asked, because he was like fucking cool about it. And it's like, I mean, I was gonna eat it, so it's just like, I'm gonna give it to somebody I feel like who deserves it, I guess. Like, what the fuck? And so anyway, I pick up the second sandwich, and I start eating that, and I really like it, so I'm eating the whole thing. And when I'm almost done with that sandwich, like I said, Caden, he has already gone away. He's already fucking left. And so I start writing my Instagram post about my whole interaction with him. And I mean, you've seen, if you follow me on Instagram at KFBFF. But as I'm writing this post, I'm okay. So once I get done with my sandwich, my second sandwich, I start typing on Instagram so I can have two thumbs to type with, and I'm not holding, one hand, not holding the sandwich in one hand. And I'm just like leaning back in my chair. I'm typing this whole fucking story, like, like going in detail, as best as I can, whatever. And I'm like almost done, and I'm about to eat the fucking muffin because, like, it looks fucking good and I want it and it's mine. This nigga just comes over here and snatches it from me. Literally just fucking walks over, doesn't even fucking say anything to me, and just takes it. Like, what the fuck? And I literally did not even know what to say. I remember, like, opening my mouth and, like, literally, like, a glottal stop. Literally, a glottal fucking stop. Like, I was speechless. And, like, there were 6 other people still standing around that whole table, and they were all just amazed, too. Like, everybody was telling me that was, like, like, that was so rude. Like, what was going on? And, like, one girl was telling me I should, like, spat in it or something. It's like, no, what I should have done was fucking eaten it. Like, well, no, actually, no, nigga. That nigga should have just came and taken it all. Like, it's not my fucking fault. Like, no, I'm not gonna sit here blaming myself for that bullshit. Nigga, it was mine. What the fuck? Like, and even if I didn't end up wanting the muffin, I wouldn't have gave it to that nigga anyway, because he was already pissing me off before that. And besides, you just don't go, like, what the fuck? You just go up to somebody, takes your fucking food. I literally, can you introduce yourself to me first? What's your fucking name, nigga? What is your name? I don't know. Like, somebody fucking tell me what this nigga name is. Somebody fucking tell me. I don't know. Like, but I was just, I am just not used to being treated with that amount of disrespect. I know I already said I don't think, I think people don't like me in that class, and you know what, I still kind of stand by that, especially after the day that kind of validified it, that at least people don't respect me, for whatever fucking reason, except for those 6 fucking people, like, defending me pretty much, after I got my shit taken from me. But it was just kind of like, again, like, I mean, like, and I don't want that, like, to seem like I sound like a princess or something, but I'm just not used to people treating me with that amount of disrespect. Like, that, I mean, like, I expect that from my brothers. I don't expect that from this nigga I don't know his name, I've never fucking spoken to until today, and he was getting on my nerves. Like, I am not used to that. Nothing could have prepared me for that. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. What's going on there? But that pissed me off. I'm not as mad about it as I was when it happened. Like, I have not been that mad in a fucking long time. Like, I could feel it in my chest. Like, I literally had to turn on, like, one of my crazy jams to Sarah Lover. Well, I listen to that one every day, but still, like, that, like, I need to hear a song with blast beats. I need to hear a song with blast beats, because, like, I should mention this. Okay, speaking, it's not there today, but, maybe, like, a minute or two after I heard, or after he had taken my, muffin, I had heard him over there talking to his fucking friends, like, holding the fucking muffin, and he wasn't that far. It was maybe, like 10 feet, maybe, like, I'm not really sure about that, but, and he was telling his fucking friends about how he had asked for the muffin before, and he had tried to cut it, and I said no, and that's really the only thing I heard. And it's like, yeah, nigga, I said no, and I was fucking right about it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm still baffled by that. I really am baffled about that. Like, and I really hope that muffin was good as fuck. I really hope that muffin was good as fuck. I hope it's the best fucking muffin you've ever had in your life. I really do. Like, I really hope that was worth it, because that pissed me off. And that, really pissed me off in that class. Again, I don't fucking speak unless spoken to, which I'm usually not spoken to. Usually I'm just sitting in my desk doing my work. I don't fucking talk to nobody. I may just do that, and when people do talk to me, I'm not just a fucking bitch. Like, I'm nice, I'm polite, and again, nobody usually fucking talks to me, so, I mean, does it really fucking matter if I'm nice or not? Like, nigga, you not talking to me. Like, who gives a shit, really, honestly? But, I mean, just for this nigga to already be getting on my nerves roaching, and then just come over here and take my shit, you lost your fucking mind. Find some fucking manners. Like, I know I didn't talk about this in my fucking manners video that I made, but that should really be just one, like, common knowledge, nigga. And I think he's a senior. Like, why am I even saying this right now? Like, oh my fucking god. That pissed me off. And then, I made my 2 posts about it, just being pissed off or whatever. And, my mom, like, later, she ended up emailing my teacher, this same fucking day, and during 6th period, which is my environmental, science teacher's, off period, she, pulled me out and asked me what happened, and I told her what happened. I was like, this nigga just came up and snatched my fucking food, and then was roaching before that, and, she let me go to her room and get some more of those croissant sandwiches, which are so fucking good. And, she told me that he's a little odd and a little strange, that she's already had talks with him about stuff like this, but she's like, yeah, like, that's just really strange, and, like, it's not even about the muffin, it's the principle of it. And I'm just like, yes, it's the principle of it, nigga. Like, even if I didn't want the muffin, like, you just can't come up here and snatch it without even asking first, like, and, okay, well, if that nigga had asked me again before he snatched it, I probably would have really went off on his ass, because he was pissing me off. I cannot stand a roach. I really can't. I really cannot stand a roach. I can't. But anyway, it's just like, I'm not sure what okay. In environmental science, nobody fucking talks to me in that class, like I've said. In French, and I'm not sure if I talked about this in my environmental science video, but in French, also nobody talks to me in that class either. But the difference between those 2 classes is that I feel like in French, I feel like I'm at least respected, and nobody talks to me, like I said, but I don't feel like nobody doesn't want me there. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't feel like a burden necessarily, and it's like, how can you be a burden if you're not even, like, speaking or whatever? Like, you're literally in a classroom doing your work. But, like, I don't know. A different vibe in that class. And it's, like, maybe because, like, there's, like, a lot more people in environmental science. But I don't think that's it. I'm getting a vibe that there may be, like, 30 people at most that actually kind of, like me. And besides like two people, the other people that tolerate me, I'm like, do they think I'm like a school shooter or something like that? Like, I'm not. Like, I really don't understand it. And like, I knew that nigga would just bother me because, I'm quiet and shit like that. He took my fucking muffin, and Haley was telling me this earlier. He took my fucking muffin because he knew he couldn't get a rise out of me because I'm fucking quiet or whatever. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm fucking tired of this bullshit. Like, what the fuck is up with people walking all over me in that class? Like, fucking Aaron, Julian, and Jason in my fucking group just making me do all the fucking work, and they just fucking slack around. Like, and speaking of that, we had a lab report on that eco column shit, and I did get 100 on it, so there's a little update there. But yeah, there's that. And then this nigga just coming over here getting on my fucking nerves, like. And I was really proud of myself, actually, for saying no every time he asked me for my food, because, there's always that thing where, like, you feel like you have to be nice to people you don't know, or you have to say yes if they ask you something, like for a favor or something. And and I know I used to have problems with, like, saying no to people, and I really didn't want to do it, but I feel like at least today, when he was fucking roasting earlier, fucking asked me for my muffin, asked me for my fucking sandwich, I was really proud of myself that I said no and kind of chewed him out when he tried to cut up my muffin. So, I mean, that's something I guess positive that came out of it, as well as getting those 2 extra sandwiches from my teacher. But still, it's like, of course everybody wants to fucking bother the weird bitch. Like, I'm not really sure what the problem is. Like, I really don't even dress that crazy, I guess. Like, it's different from everybody else. But, like, if you've seen my fits, like, it's basically those fucking black Jinko jeans, black Converse, a band shirt, and my Alice in Chains jacket. It's really not even that crazy. And, like, my fucking thin eyebrows, but it's really not like anybody looking at me dead in my face to even notice, probably. And that's really it. Like, I'm not even, like, really, like, I could dress a lot fucking crazier if I wanted to. And I'm really gonna have to take Sasha's advice, from, like, 4 years ago and really start being creepy. I already know in that class, at least, I am creepy. But obviously it's not fucking enough, because obviously niggas still bother me. I really need to make them think like I will literally, like, kill them. I really don't even know what else to do, because being verbal and speaking up for myself in that class, at least, that's really fucking hard. Like, again, like, it surprised myself when I low-key shoot him out about cutting the muffin. I was like, I'm not even sure how, I'm really glad I did that. But, like, that's not normal, I guess, for me to do. And I really should have shoot him out, and I was really close to shooting him out, when he stole my muffin, because it's like, who the fuck does that? Again, what the fuck is the matter with you? Like, oh my fucking god. But, I did it because it's like, when I chewed him out the first time, it was quiet, pretty much, like, my voice volume, like, it wasn't that loud, like, I wasn't screaming at the top of my fucking lungs, and I really did consider chewing him out in, like, those 3 seconds of him swiping at my fucking muffin, but it was, it had to do with being just dumbfounded, speechless almost. And, just everybody in that class, like, I really did think about just losing my shit, but it's like, everybody in that class, like, I'm not really sure if I'm, like, prepared for that, for the ridicule that might come with that. So, yeah, I'm not really sure about that, because, like, every time, like, I've screamed at, like, people, like, for real, like, I've always gotten laughed at. So, and these people, like, they're not even my fucking friends, so it's gonna bother me a lot more if they do that. If I do just fucking pop off and everybody just fucking laughs at me or whatever. And it hasn't really bothered me. Well, it did bother me, and, I'm not gonna talk about it, but I did yell at my class in 6th grade, and they all laughed at me. I yelled at this bitch in 8th grade. I'm not sure why that happened. Bitch. Okay. I yelled this bitch in 8th grade. Everybody in the class after me, but we were all, like, cool with each other, so it didn't really bother me as much that time, but she really did fucking piss me off. And those are really the only 2 times I've really fucking popped off at niggas at school. And today, like, it would have been the 3rd, but again, just being a fucking scaredy cat stopped me. He's really lucky I'm not a scaredy cat, because I would have gotten that fucking muffin back, period. Like, you know, honestly, if I had gotten the muffin back, I'd probably just fucking throw it away or give it to somebody else to be a bitch. I mean, I'm not even capping. Like, it's, again, not even about the muffin, nigga. You stole that shit from me. Nigga, if I can't eat it, then you're not gonna be able to eat it either, nigga. Like, no. Like, that's what I should have fucking done. But, again, like, I had already used up all my fucking, courageous points for shooting him out the first time. So doing it a second time again and thinking about everybody just fucking looking at me like I'm fucking crazy because, again, like I said, I fucking dress different anyway. I'm already the fucking creepy quiet girl that does her fucking work. Like, I'm too fucking scholarly. I'm a fucking nerd. Like, already, like, seriously. So just popping off it, like it really wasn't even an option. Like, I really could not do it. Like, it was very close, but just the risks that came with that, it wasn't worth it. Okay, it would have felt really great getting some justice though. His backpack strap might be cut off. I'm not fucking joking. He's lucky we have this fucking next week off. I'm just saying, because I really don't know if I can cut his backpack off because he doesn't sit by me, but nigga, I will think of something, because if I can think of fucking getting your backpack strap cut off, like, I'm gonna think of something crazy. I'm not gonna put a curse on that nigga because you're not supposed to do that, but something will fucking happen. Like, I'm not even fucking joking. Like, he's literally fucking lucky we have this next week off, but I'm kind of glad we have this next week off so I could be planning to for what I do when I see him when I get back, because the teacher going to talk to him, that's fucking great, but that's not enough. I'm serious. I'm really gonna need something else because that nigga pissed me off. I've not been that pissed off in a very long time. Like, and again, it's really not even about the muffins. The fucking principle of it, you just can't go up to somebody and snatch their fucking food, even if they're not eating it, unless they said you could have it if I'm not eating it in 5 minutes. Like, okay, then yeah, you can snatch it, whatever the fuck. But nigga, I ain't say that to you. I said you was roasting. That's not a fucking compliment. Get the fuck away from me. Oh, that was okay. My voice is getting fucking tired from talking about this. Like, every time I fucking film a video, my voice gets fucking tired because I never talk this much. But yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, what is it about me that makes people just fucking walk all over me? I'm not really sure what it is. Like, again, I'm gonna have to take Sasha's advice and just start being real fucking creepy. I'm really gonna have to dress, like, fucking crazy. Like, I'm really just gonna have to lose my fucking mind. Like, crazy fucking makeup and everything. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, get out of my bed earlier to, like, make this work. But, like, I really don't even know what else to do, because, again, just being verbal and speaking up, like, that's a really big step. I'd rather just do, you know, just look fucking insane rather than, you know, talk rather than just, you know, like, talk fucking insane, because that's a lot fucking harder for me to do. I am not outspoken, except for on my fucking videos and Instagram and sometimes Snapchat, but that's really about fucking it. Like, actually confronting people in real life, it's not something I like doing, but sometimes it's something I need to fucking do, and this is one of the times I should have fucking done it, but, you know, I didn't, obviously, so what the fuck. So, no even point of being mad about it. But anyway, this is basically it. Comment tips on how to be creepy. Sasha in particular, because I think she really excels at that, and that's a compliment, I'm serious. So, anyway, comment down below if you like this video. What are your thoughts on it? I know it's fucking insane, but I want to know what you guys think. And, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon next to the notification button, to get notifications every time I post. And fuck you, Caden Cooper. And bye.